changed my mind real quick at the start there. I decided to put the aqua soil in the small mesh bags before capping with sand. Anyway, in this video you will see how simple aquascaping can be. I'm using about 3 liters of aqua soil, which should be plenty for a tank this size. Then cap it with as much sand as I had left at my disposal, probably about 5 kilograms, and spread it out evenly, which will provide about 1 to 2 inches to push plants into. Next comes the Hardscape. These are dragon stones as they're known in the hobby. They're a great option if you're new to aquascaping. They're inert, they're safe for fish and shrimp and snails. They look good in almost any design or theme, full of character, and they're readily available in most local fish shops, and they're quite inexpensive. All you have to do is arrange them any way you like, literally any way you like. I like to think there are no rules to aquascaping. As long as you like how it looks and it doesn't harm or cause any inconvenience to your pets, then I say go for it. Next is to fill it up with dechlorinated tap water. This aquarium is set up at my workplace, so I'm using a plastic can and siphon pump. Filling it up will make planting much easier since I will be adding stem plants. The bubbles you see are from the gaps in the aqua soil and sand. They should all float off in a day or two. And here it is, we're all done. Beautiful, innit? Thanks for watching, and just kidding. No, we're not done. So next to the tank, I've also got these 2 nano aquariums I will take trimmings from. This bowl in particular is looking amazing. The Neocaridina shrimps are doing well in here if I can spot them. I hereby declare this nano tank decommissioned. So I'm just gonna move the internal filter across to the new setup. This is like a cheat code in cycling your tank. It helps everything settle in fast. You can see there's a good flow from this filter. It won't be like river rapids, but just enough to push water around the entire tank, and the filter can then pick up whatever gunk is floating around your aquarium. It's doing okay. I have plants growing out from the surface here, the Rotala rotundifolia, and not sure if you can see from there, the leaves underwater and the leaves that's growing out the top. They're very different. It's very interesting to see. So what I'm going to do today is to clear most of this floating plants, and then as well as cut off trim these plants because they're really tall now, all these stem plants, and I'm going to use them in another project. I'm doing a smaller tank in my office, so this will go into that tank. Let's get the floating plants out of the way. I think I'll just keep a few of the smaller ones in there, like maybe that tiny baby one. I think this one, get it out. This one. So I'm not too worried about removing too many because these things grow really fast. Yeah, so that's a good amount, I think. I like how the mosses are growing out here. See, I don't know how to do this. I'll just have to start hacking away all these Limnophila sassiflora. I'll cut it as low as I can. They're gonna look awesome in my next tank. And there you go, just 2 snips of the lunar and you can see the entire tank already. So the Rotala rotundifolia, you can see here that they grow quite far apart, the leaves, the section of the leaves, I don't know how to say it, but yeah, and the leaves are not as long as they can be with better lighting, and they'll turn red, but I think with the amount of light that we have, they just stay this color and really short leaves, but that's fine. I just want them in the pond, that's all. Let me try and get some of the algae out as well from the leaves of the wazoo plant. Yucks. I know there's a huge clump in here somewhere. There you go, it's on this leaf. Big clump of algae. Hello, guppy. The guppy has come to say hello. I've got you in my hand. Okay, so I'm also gonna trim out some of these leaves of the red tiger lotus. They don't look red at all. My light is not strong enough. And also I think I need some root tabs or nutrient tabs, because you can see the leaves, they have holes in them. So let's get some of this Rotala rotundifolia. Again, I will cut them as low as I can, because these also grow really fast. There you go. Now you can see the guppies. It's a beautiful leaf, but it has a lot of algae on it, so cut it off. Let me get some of the algae out. I actually left the tank for a few days as I don't work on weekends. So the following Monday I brought along some trimmings and started planting. These are Rotala rotundifolia. I love that they turn red when they get closer to the light. The tank is fitted with Chihiro's A series, which is the older model with only cool white LEDs, but they're intense enough to keep the plants red. Limnophila sessiflora is a great plant for new setups. They grow rapidly and that uses up much of the nutrients in the water column, which helps you to combat the algae stage. Sometimes it's just unavoidable that your aquarium goes through a rough stage of algae growth, but I strongly encourage you to not give up and do anything you can to overcome it. May the odds ever be in your favor. If you manage to get your hands on stem plants that are very tall, you can just trim them and replant to make your aquascape denser. Not too bad, eh?
I've still got this lot to transfer over because why not? This tank has got some hair algae around the plants, so it's quite annoying to get them off. Alright, having got rid of the algae, the plants can then be removed. Just gently start pulling at the base and we should have healthy roots ready to be replanted. Next, I have some Hygrophila pinnatifida. First time trying this plant. They seem brittle and break off easily at the stems, so I don't know what to make of it. This is my first Dutch style aquascape. I quite like it. Easy to do, hopefully easy to maintain as well. Otherwise, my boss will be screaming at me, "Get back to work, you." Yeah. This here is Philodendron Bull Marks, an excellent climber plant that can thrive without soil. I've got loads of them at home. Oh yeah, I forgot about the Amano shrimps. I've got 3 in this tank. 1, 2, 3. And also some bladder snails as well. They're all moving to the new bungalow. I'm looking for the shrimps, but they're hard to spot. There's also lots of places to hide, which will be awesome for whatever fish I add to this one. Let's explore a different angle here and see how much swim room is available. Oh, I've got the filter upside down. Hang on. Here we go. Aquel is the brand on it. The outflow is at the top, creating surface agitation, overall good for the aquarium. And the intake at the bottom can collect whatever particles. Looking forward to another project here, considering how well this bowl is turning out. It's a dim light, but the plants are growing nuts. It's been a couple of days now and I've bought some feeder fish from the fish shop during my lunch break. These are guppies and antler live bearers. here we go. Whee! My goodness, that's a lot of fish. I think half the population, I'll bring them home and feed them to my snakehead, the less fancy ones, or less fortunate I should say. And before you think I mean, these are feeder fish, okay? I just saved half of them from being eaten anyway. And my snakehead has to eat something, right? This is fertilizer for the red tiger lotus. I read somewhere that they're quite heavy root feeders. It's not necessary. You can skip this step and get away with healthy lotus still. Well, that stirred up the sand a little bit. At this point, I'm going to add this API quick start. Any brand of beneficial bacteria or starter bacteria will do the job. This just means I can now get away with zero water change right from the start, hopefully. The filter has been running in an aquarium for a long time, remember? So it should be able to handle the amount of livestock in here. I'll test the water for a week and see if there's any spike in ammonia and nitrites, and yeah. So you probably can see there's a deformed fish. Like I said, they were sold as feeder fish, so I will be feeding some to my snakehead at home. There's way too many of them for this small tank anyway. Hopefully most of the others will survive. All the plants I use in this setup are fast growing, so they will settle in and be established. It has been 3 days since I added the fish. There's fewer fish now, not because they died, but I've brought some home. I saw one dead fish, but the rest of them seem to be doing alright. Well, that was an easy setup, wasn't it? Nothing complicated at all. So if you would like to enhance the ambience of your workstation, I strongly encourage you to set up an aquarium. Just a small one, or 2 or 3, or as many as you can. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. Please click on the like, subscribe to my channel, and click on the notification bell as well, as I have many more projects coming up. Thanks for watching, and take it easy.